Introducing Vita-sol, leaders in the health and well-being industry. Vita-sol provides concentrated nutritional whole food powders to support healthy aging, helping you look and feel fabulous from the inside out. Known as the slow aging experts, their formulations are developed right here in Australia by leading nutrition experts. Using the highest quality organic ingredients, carefully sourced from around the globe, Vita-sol use gentle ingredient extraction processes to retain purity and efficacy, resulting in the highest standard available in nutritional whole foods. They are based on the latest nutritional research and are free from chemicals, pesticides or mass production processes. Stay with us for this special program on Openshop that could potentially change the way you look and feel with the slow aging experts from Vita-sol.
Hello everyone and welcome to Openshop. My name's Carla and I'm here with the amazing Fiona Tuck, the founder of Vita-sol. Welcome to the launch on Openshop.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh boy, am I going to have so much fun this hour. This is right up my alley. And guess who else is with us? It's Gabby and Zach in the kitchen. Woohoo! Hey guys, I can't wait to eat all that delicious food that you made.
Good. There's so many incredible things. I can't wait to tell you all about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the best deal, an exclusive deal in fact. Gabs, tell us what we're going to be able to pick up Vita-sol for today.
Well, this is an exclusive offer and it is for the launch here of Vita-sol at Openshop. So normally it's $59 for one tub. We've got two tubs today, both the Purity and the Infinity. So we're getting both powders for just $89.95. Now, you can also shop with Afterpay, so that means that first payment will come under $25, so very reasonable. And we're going to deliver it express, free delivery to your door. If it's your first purchase today, stay watching because I know you're going to want to purchase this. We're going to give you an additional 10% off your first purchase. And of course, you're going into the draw to win that wonderful car, hopefully win that wonderful car. There is no better time to shop for Vita-sol than right now because we have this exclusive offer right here at Openshop. And I can't wait to learn more about it because health is your first wealth. Carla.
Well, you know what, you had me at slow aging experts because when it comes to aging, I know that the majority of what we do is what we put in our body. We want to slow that aging down. We also want to understand how nutrition can be easy and simple because we've known for a long time, right, Fiona, that we need to eat more greens, but are we? Not necessarily. So tell me a little bit about your background and what brought you to this point.
Well, I'm a nutritional medicine practitioner. I'm also a skin therapist. So my background's been working with the skin and also working with people with their health and what they're putting into their bodies. So for me, really there's a big gap between, you know, a lot of people are worried about aging, they're worried about lines and wrinkles. I mean, most of us are, right?
Absolutely.
But we seem to be focusing so much on what we put on topically on the skin and people seem to forget about what we're putting inside into the body.
What's making the skin.
Absolutely.
What we're feeding, the fuel that we put into our body every single day. And I'm a big believer in balance, Fiona, which I know that you are as well. And I feel that that's where a lot of us hit that hurdle as we think, oh, it's too hard to be that Puritan where I'm only eating greens and I'm vegan and I'm this and I'm that. And we kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater because it's too hard. You've developed these amazing superfood blends so that if we do nothing else, right, Fiona, nothing else, we are going to get up to 30 superfood nutrients in one.
Absolutely. I mean, it is all about balance, and I'm definitely not that person that wakes up at 6 a.m. in the morning, goes for a big run, and then has my water, you know, have a water and lemon juice.
Yes.
I wake up in the morning and I have a coffee. You know, it's all about keeping it real.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that like to have a coffee, but we know now, you know, evidence is saying that we need to eat fruits and vegetables. We need a plant-based diet to really support our gut health. And we now know that our gut health is actually going to support our general health and well-being.
And a variety of veggies.
It's all about variety. It's all about diversity. And you know, the latest evidence actually is saying that we need to eat over 30 different plant-based foods a week.
I know for a fact that I'm not doing that, and I try to eat relatively healthily. So most of us are struggling to get those 30 different plants into our diet.
I think actually, Carla, it's about 1 in 5 Australians are eating the right amount of fruit and vegetables.
How many?
It's about 1 in 5. It's not many at all.
25% of us are just getting there.
I'm not good at maths, but you work
So
that out
don't
well.
feel bad, okay? I don't want anyone to feel bad, because nutrition can be easy, it can be fun, it can be completely attainable and achievable and sustainable. I'm a big believer in the fact that you can't start something that you can't sustain, because you know what, you won't keep doing it and you'll be back to where you started.
And it's the little things, you know, I say we're getting so fixated on what we can't eat. And it should be about what we can eat.
Yes.
And making those small little changes every day will really make a big difference into health and well-being. You know, one burger is not going to make you unhealthy, and one salad isn't going to make you healthy either. It's what we do every day habitually that's going to have the biggest impact on our health and well-being.
So that's why you've put together this pack, right?
Yes.
Because we've got the two powerhouses of your range right now, Purity and Infinity. Now the Purity is your greens, it's your cleanser, okay? And then of course the Infinity is going to deliver antioxidants and more. So taking these together, putting them in a pack is genius, because again, if you do nothing else, you mix these two guys together, you're delivering your body so many nutrients.
And we're getting that variety of colour as well. We're getting all those wonderful nutrients, antioxidants, polyphenols, which we know are so good for brain health, for skin health, to help to you know, really support the skin and protect it from that free radical damage that we know contributes to lines and wrinkles. And we're hearing so much now about gut health as well, and there are so many people out there that are having digestive issues, that are getting bloating, that have got, you know, their gut problems. And so what we can do is to actually support the health of our gut by including this wide variety, diversity of plant-based ingredients to really feed our own natural microbes in the gut. So it's about general health and
I did a
well-being.
little bit of stalking of you actually on social media, and I read a lot of reviews, a lot of comments, and a lot of that was said, the bloating, the you know, the constipation, just the overall feeling of not feeling great. Just with this guy, just with this one alone, was incredible. So let's start with this. I really want to drill it down because I guess sometimes we get overwhelmed with what vegetables we need. We know we need a variety, but then where do we get it from? How do I cook it? How do I make my kids eat it? Look, it's all in here done for you already.
So easy. And that's really why we developed it, because I know people aren't getting enough fruits and vegetables, and it's the one thing that we can do that's going to have the biggest impact on our general health and well-being, on our gut health, on our digestion as well. And it's not about taking synthetic vitamins either. This is about getting whole foods as we would find in Mother Nature, because when we have the whole food, we're getting the fibre, we're getting all the bioactives, the plant chemicals, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids that we need, that work synergistically together in the body to get that result that we're looking for.
So tell me about, because you go to the supermarket, and you go to the chemist, and you walk down the aisle, and there's green powders, there's vitamins, there's anything from $5 to $50. And I love that you're called the Myth Buster, because I love that. I love busting.
I'm all about busting it.
Because, you know, sometimes that's why we're so hard on ourselves. We think everyone else is getting it right but me. So tell me the difference between something like this, organic whole foods, dehydrated, and the other powders that are potentially synthetic.
Well, look, one of the driving forces to developing Vita-sol was my mother was very, very ill, and I wanted to give her something that would support her health, provide really valuable nutrition. And when I was looking out there, there was really nothing I could find that didn't have added sugars, artificial flavours and colours, gums, thickeners, emulsifiers. And all of these ingredients we know are really detrimental to our gut health now as well. And I also didn't know how those ingredients were extracted. And, you know, there are some different extraction methods out there that may lose some of the potency of those active ingredients. So there was nothing I trusted. And for me, it was being able to recommend something that I knew hand on heart was pure, was natural, and was going to do the job that I wanted. And that really was one of the reasons that we decided to develop Vita-sol. All of the nutrients are extracted in a way, if they are extracted via water or in a very pure natural way, so we know that we're going to not lose any nutrient value.
Because those polyphenols that you talked about, they can have up to 500 different plant chemicals that aid our nutrition. So we don't want to disrupt any of that, right? And I've got to tell you, I love the flavour. It's something that I easily take every morning, but you might want to mix it back with a smoothie or in a juice. The guys over there in the kitchen are going to show us how we can work it into the food to get it into the kids in just a moment. But I want to talk ingredients because I want you to know what you're getting in here. Not only the extraction, not only all those things that you don't want in there, but also very carefully selected origin of the food, organic as well, and things like the Jerusalem artichoke. Tell me why you chose that.
Well, Jerusalem artichoke, I mean, they're actually in season. They're delicious to eat. You know, you can roast them like potatoes and far healthier. But what we know about Jerusalem artichoke is that they are one of the really good sources of prebiotic fibre. So they contain a substance called inulin, and this inulin is what feeds our own natural gut bacteria to help the bacteria to multiply and survive and keep the bad bacteria under control.
Okay.
Now, if you're not eating a lot of prebiotics and things like artichokes, which let's face it, a lot of people aren't, this has got your prebiotic fibre in there, and it's going to help to support a really healthy gut. It's going to keep the bad bacteria under control. It does wonders for skin health as well, because we know when the gut is healthy, that's going to be a reflection on general skin health as well.
Absolutely. So it will show in your skin very, very quickly. We know how quickly we look unwell through our skin. The opposite applies as well. Now, I want to move on to the very next ingredient, which is a favourite of mine, and I did say to Fiona before the show, I don't know if anybody else agrees, but I found this powder incredibly good for a little mild hangover. And is it because of the milk thistle? And you've had this a lot, right?
We have had this a lot. I'm not a big drinker myself, but I do have people say if they've had one too many wines the night before, they've got on the green juice the next day or the green powder, and they have felt amazing.
Yes.
And that's, you know, we've got very carefully selected ingredients. They're all organically certified as well, so I know that you're getting the purest ingredients in there. But milk thistle is an ingredient that's been used for thousands of years, and it's been used for really helping with liver health.
Right.
And milk thistle is fantastic to really help with liver detoxification, liver support, and we know that maybe if the liver is a little bit overburdened, eating the wrong foods, having too many processed foods, too much junk food, maybe too much alcohol, then that's going to put that extra strain on the liver.
Yes.
So milk
and that reflects in our skin, right?
Absolutely.
Instantly.
And
the same
energy.
with, the same with dandelion, right? I mean, this is really, I sometimes feel that the synergistic approach to all of these ingredients coming together are greater than the sum.
Totally.
They literally boost each other.
We now know, you know, it's all about diversity of ingredients because we're getting that wonderful blend of the different polyphenols, the plant biochemicals, the flavonoids, the vitamins and minerals. They're all working synergistically together. And you know, dandelion is wonderful for the skin. It's a wonderful boost for digestion. It also helps with gallbladder and liver as well. So this is a wonderful ingredient to include. And when it's mixed with the milk thistle, we're really going to be giving our liver a nice little tonic there.
Well, you might be taking dandelion tea now.
Yeah.
Just think that that's just one of 30 ingredients that you're going to be getting on a daily basis, including sea buckthorn, which we know is an incredible ingredient for skin and beauty, and that is in there as well. Tell me about the organic sea buckthorn.
Sea buckthorn's a really exciting ingredient, and we're beginning to see a little bit more of it pop up because we're finding out the wonderful benefits of sea buckthorn. Sea buckthorn for the skin is absolutely fantastic because it's one of the very few plant ingredients that contains all of those essential fatty acids.
Oh.
Yes, and we know that those essential fatty acids are necessary for healthy cell membranes, which we need for healthy glowing skin. We also need them for healthy brain function, for a healthy nervous system. Sea buckthorn is full of nutrients, particularly antioxidants, things like vitamin C, and vitamin C is necessary for healthy collagen production. And as we age, we start to diminish collagen, and as we know, that can lead to loss of firmness in the skin, lines and wrinkles, and all those things that we don't want to be seeing when we're looking in the mirror.
We get onto Vita-sol. That's exactly what we do, and it's so easy. We're going to do it every day, and for $89.95 you're going to get both tubs. So what I want to do right now is share with you a testimonial. There are hundreds out there, but this is Kelly, and we talked to her about both her and her daughter and what they have benefited just from the purity.
I've got a couple of beauty clinics. What I've realised is that we do a lot of treatments where we focus on the external side of the skin, and quite often we can only go so far with that. My daughter used to suffer from eczema. It was actually so horrendous that she used to scratch at it and it would bleed. She wouldn't allow me to put any topical ointments on it because it would sting her, and everything that I tried wouldn't work. After having the success myself of taking the purity powder, I started to give that to her in the morning in a little bit of just apple juice. She was drinking that daily, and within about 2 weeks the eczema had actually cleared up by about 50%, and then in the subsequent weeks after that it pretty much cleared up completely. I take the Purity and Infinity powders in the morning, daily as my morning ritual. It's a bit like cleansing my skin. So I basically just mix it in with a little bit of juice or a little bit of a smoothie, depending what I'm having for that particular morning, and drink it. Since taking the Vita-sol, I have, I'm getting a lot more compliments on my skin in terms of the texture and the tone. People just think that I look glowing, especially when I'm not wearing makeup. I'd recommend the Vita-sol products to people because they really do, I guess, complete your diet.
Now, Zach, there are so many ingredients that I just learned about that Fiona was telling us about: sea buckthorn, Jerusalem artichoke, dandelion, milk thistle. I don't have them in my fridge. I don't have them in my pantry. And in fact, I don't think my supermarket would even stock those ingredients. There's over 30 ingredients in this purity powder. It is a powerhouse, and I've been cooking with it.
You have,
my
yeah.
kids haven't noticed, but I'm telling you, I reckon within about a week's time, it's only been about 4 or 5 days I've been trialling this out, no one's noticed yet. So the thing that I cooked last night was I cooked these beautiful Thai chicken meatballs. Now I use the purity powder. So that's the green powder. So of course it just filtered in there with the coriander and the chives and the shallots, and nobody noticed in terms of it's not a pungent flavour. It's not a strong, bitter flavour. It's just mixed in with that food beautifully. Yeah. So I'm going to now teach you how to make them so you can go and get all those people in your family nice and healthy.
There's no way I'm going to remember all those, different.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to remember them. All you've got to really simple. Chicken mince, throw it in the bowl.
All right.
We've got a couple of eggs. I've got some chopped up shallots and some coriander. Yep. We've got the superfood powder there. So if you can put the purity in with that, and then of course we've got some breadcrumbs and an egg. So if you can just get that mixture, get that montage happening.
Is this good?
Give it a good mix. I'm glad you've got your gloves on.
Got my gloves on. Look, I'm not a chef, Gabby. I must have. Whoop.
You don't need to be a chef.
But I do know how to crack an egg with one hand.
Oh, you got a double yolker. That is good luck, Zach. Good luck? That is good luck right there. And they are organic eggs, I might say. Look, if you are egg intolerant, you don't have to use eggs. So alternate it. If you're wheat intolerant, it's gluten intolerant. But it's all about this scoop of powder right here that we're popping in. Over 30 ingredients. It is going to power pack your family meals. So the origins, they're sourced from all around the world.
Is this what I do, Gabby? I'm just going for it. Yeah, that double yolk's gone.
We're going from normal chicken meatballs or Thai chicken meatballs to superfood. We are power packing. We are delivering dinner with a punch. Now, as a mother, I have a big responsibility of giving the family all their nutrients because it's me that's putting the meal together and it's me that's putting the meal on the plate. Now, my teenage son is not going to eat that with an organic salad, but he will eat that with some potato wedges. So if I simply hide it into the food, I know that they're getting the best in their health. Health is your first wealth. It is all in the balance. So, like Fiona said and like Carla said, it's one salad isn't going to make you healthy, but adding this in somewhere, somehow, every single day. One other thing I'll show you is I've got some. You keep making that.
Yeah,
you're doing
is that
good.
It? There
You're
you go.
doing great.
Qualified.
They look terrific. Pop them on the baking dish.
That's pretty easy.
You would healthy fry, you would shallow fry, or you would oven bake those. But that is perfect. Little teeny tiny ones when you're doing a dinner party. Big chunky ones if you want to make some burgers, or round or flat, whatever you like. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a gorgeous superfood dip. Now, when I was hearing about all those ingredients that Fiona said, like dandelion and milk thistle, and sometimes when you're having wine, normally when I do have my dips and cheeses, I tend to have a little tipple at the same time. So this is something that I've made myself. So This is using the Infinity. The colour is absolutely divine and it's really, really stable. So I actually made this last night and it hasn't separated. It hasn't dulled in terms of colour overnight. So what it is organic chickpeas, some tahini, some lemon juice, some sesame seeds, and of course that super ingredient, that Infinity powder. So this is homemade, made from scratch. I had to hold the organic, chickpeas. Not everyone has time for that. So let's talk about, oh, there's a little bit left in that bowl. I'll get rid of that. Let's talk about cheat. 99% of the time, this is what we're doing when we're in a hurry. Buy a tub of hummus, right? Get your, whatever it is that you want to get, whether it's organic or not, grab your tub of store-bought or health food store-bought. This is if you're in a hurry. And you don't even need to add any beetroot to it. Simply add that Infinity powder. Let's give it a mix and you will see the colour is absolutely beautiful. Now, when we talk about the powder, it mixes through absolutely beautifully in terms of it's not chunky. It's not that sort of flavour when you're tasting it on the carrot stick or the celery stick where you're getting little bits of powder that haven't been mixed through. It mixes beautifully. The flavour is incredible. And in fact, I've had...
I want to come.
What does
Oh,
it taste like?
hello.
Hi, I thought you were like a doctor, and then I realised that you were just going to mix meatballs with those gloves on. Hey, can I try?
You can absolutely try. And look,
I want to try the homemade.
Try the homemade. It's got beetroot. So it's got beetroot in it. So that is the difference in terms of the colour. If I had added the beetroot to this, it would bring it up to that next level. How's that?
It's beetroot dip.
It's beetroot dip. Bingo. And that is absolutely right. But with superfoods, it's power packed.
I won't double dip. I'm going to turn my carrot round.
Dip. We'll let you get away with it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's
Do you like that one? Is it the same?
It's slightly sweet.
So look,
it's yum.
if you wanted to, did you like it, Sam?
Yeah, it's great.
Good.
Yeah, really
This is changing the way that you entertain, the way that the family are eating. If you put that in a little container with the kids and send it to school, it's the things like the skin, the nails, the hair, the glow.
Immunity.
The immunity.
I'm constantly on my kids at the moment about, do you want to get sick?
No.
You don't want to get sick.
Well, you
and
don't.
The only thing between you and being sick is your immunity.
That's very, very true.
Right, Fiona. Actually, I'm going to go and talk to Fiona a bit more about that immunity thing. I love that dip.
I'm glad you love it. There you go. And you didn't even know it had the secret ingredients in it.
Oh, delicious. So, Fiona, let's talk about the whole cooking thing because the guys have done an amazing job. And I feel, with kids that I struggle. I do struggle to get as many vegetables into them as I would like. So this is a great way, and I mean big kids and little kids alike, this is just a really great way to sneak it in.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had one somebody using Vita-sol that actually was giving it to her little girl because, and I think we saw earlier, because it was really helping to clear her skin. And the way that, and this again is a child that didn't eat many vegetables. And so one of the ways to get it in was just by adding it to juice.
Yes, right.
The juice will sweeten the greens a little bit. So there's so many different ways that we can actually include it. We can put it in smoothies, we can drink it straight, and then having it in the cooking is such an easy way to include it for the whole family, to get those nutrients in. And again, sometimes we do have to sneak things in. If they know that they're in there, sometimes they might not eat them.
Right.
It depends on the children, and it depends on even might be the husband.
It's so true.
Just get those
Sneak
nutrients
it in there. It's our job. Now I want to talk about the sprouted ingredients in the purity. So we've got the green sprouted. I want to talk first of all. What does sprouted mean, and what have you popped in there?
I am a huge lover of sprouts. And I'm not talking about Brussels sprouts here, I love those too, but we're talking about sprouted ingredients such as chickpeas, lentils, seeds, all of these ingredients that maybe some people can't actually eat normally because they find that things like legumes will give them bloating.
Yes.
So when we sprout ingredients, they become much more easy to be able to digest.
Right.
Also, when those ingredients are sprouted, it's when they are at their richest, their most nutrient rich. So we know we're getting those nutrients from the food. They're easier to absorb, they're nutrient rich, and they are less likely to cause things like bloating. So please don't be scared if you do get issues with things like legumes, beans, chickpeas, because with this, the way that it has been so carefully formulated, it's to overcome that and to allow you to get the nutrients. And of course, we've got necessary prebiotic fibre in there as well, which is going to feed those little happy gut bugs to really help to keep the gut happy.
Now you've got two grasses in there, the wheatgrass and the barley grass. Tell me about those two.
Yes, so these two are wonderful. They are so rich in nutrients. They're full of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and even amino acids. And we need amino acids for building blocks within the body, going to keep our skin healthy. And even with the sprouted ingredients, you know, they're really rich in amino acids, particularly lysine, and we need that for collagen production. And getting back to that collagen again, it's so important. And again, I'm all about providing the right nutrients as Mother Nature would supply them, so your body can actually do its work itself without relying on things like synthetic supplements and collagen supplements. We want your body to be able to produce itself by getting the right nutrients.
And I guess also I love that we can bring you here to Openshop and introduce you to our ladies and gents out there and really get a clear idea of what we need to be looking for, because a lot of marketing hype can be out there. It's quite hard to understand, but know that this is pure organic whole foods, not extracts, not nature identical, nothing like that. It is real food, and so when you do eat it, drink it, take it, your body can actually benefit from its nutrient profile. Somebody else who has benefited from Vita-sol is Frank, and I want you to meet him and hear his story.
So I've been using the Vita-sol products for the last 6 months, and the first difference I noticed was really on the amount of energy I felt. More energy, in more focus, more patience, if that's possible. So the ritual in the morning is that I get my kombucha and I take a spoon of the infinity and the purity and I mix it together. I have it as a shot. It's actually quite nice, and I just take it and I'm off for the day. I would recommend the Vita-sol products because if you're lacking energy, if you want to have a clearer skin, if you want to take the day full on, then you should definitely give Vita-sol a go. We believe that the skin is a reflection of the inner health. The skin is an amazing organ, and it immediately reflects any illness that you may be going through. And when we started to use the Vita-sol products, we saw immediately a radiance, a kind of a glow. You know, there's this sort of how would you say? There's no inflammation appearing. It really gave the skin an immediate clarity.
Oh, I love when people find their vitality through nutrition and realize I didn't know I could feel this good by doing something so simple. I thought I was going to have to go all, you know, crazy hippie, you know, vegan. You don't, you know, really it's about balance, and that's what, Fiona, you've written a book, you are known as the Mythbuster. You're about balance, about providing real, honest, authentic food.
Absolutely, it's all about balance. I say, you know, a little bit of everything, but not too much of anything.
Yes.
You know, if you want a piece of cake, eat it, but don't eat the whole cake. And again, you know, if we know that we're taking the Vita-sol, we're going to be getting the nutrients in there. It's not about deprivation, and I think that's a mistake so many of us make, that we feel like we have to feel deprived to be healthy, and that's so not what it's all about. Not at all.
We can't maintain that.
No.
Well, I know I can't. I want to ask some questions that have come through, and the first and really important question is, we've talked about prebiotics, but you haven't put probiotics in there. Why is that?
Well, at Vita-sol, we really want to make sure that we're following the latest evidence and the latest research. Now with probiotics are live bacteria. Now the evidence at the moment just does not support for people to be taking probiotics every day. There's no evidence there on the health benefits. Now we do know that probiotics can be beneficial for particular disease or skin conditions, but the thing with probiotics, Carla, is that we all need different ones, right? So what you may need may be very different to what I need. So how do I make a product that's going to be suitable for everybody's different needs?
Because there's so many different strains.
There's so many different strains.
Strengths.
Over 1,000 different strains of bacteria, and everybody needs different things. The gut bacteria is like a thumbprint. It's unique to every single one of us. And the other thing with putting live bacteria into a product, these delicate bacteria are just that, they're delicate.
Right.
So they're very sensitive to heat, they die off over time. And I cannot sell a product, hand on heart, that I don't 100% feel that there's going to be a benefit there. So I really believe that for probiotics to be effective, you really do need to go and see a professional to work out what is the right probiotic for you.
Which is good advice.
Absolutely.
And remember, the ingredients in here have already been put in and selected to support a happy microbe.
Absolutely.
So it could be that these ingredients will sort your gut issues out anyway.
Well, that's what they're designed to do. They're designed to feed all of the right nutrients for the cell health of the gut, because the cells of the gut are actually very similar to the cells of the skin. So we've got our essential fats, we've got our vitamins, our minerals, our polyphenols, our bioactive plant compounds. These are all there to provide strength to the cells of the gut. And you may have heard of something called leaky gut, which is a big thing at the moment. So it's going to really support cell integrity, strong cells, and in the skin. But also we're feeding that variety of different nutrients, those prebiotics. Now for anyone that doesn't know, the prebiotics, they're actually the food for your own gut bacteria. So what we want to do is have your own gut bacteria thrive, multiply, keep them well fed, because that's when they keep the bad bacteria under control, and that's when we get all those nasty side effects. So it's all about the prebiotics. We provide a variety of different prebiotics, because as we were saying earlier, it's about diversity of those ingredients as well.
Okay, now I one more question before we move on to our from our purity. We live in a very fast-paced life now, and I just it's like, show me the money. When am I going to feel less tired, less bloated, less lethargic? When's my skin going to look better? When's my hair going to seem stronger? When's my eyes going to feel brighter? What's the feedback that you've got from people that have been using Vita-sol for a while? How soon do we see a change?
Look, I would say it's different for everyone depending on why you're taking it. If you want it for general health, well-being and vitality, quite honestly, the feedback that we get, most people notice straight away when taking it, because it's instantly going to give them those vitamins, minerals. It's a really natural boost of magnesium, so you don't have to rely on pills and potions and artificial synthetic vitamins.
And magnesium, I mean, if you speak to any health practitioner now, they'll say we all need magnesium.
We all, most of us are all deficient in magnesium, and magnesium's great for the nervous system. It helps us sleep, but what it's also important for is giving us that vitality and that energy. So when we're low in magnesium, guess what we do? We start to crave things like stimulants, things like coffee, chocolate.
Sugar.
Yep, the sugar. So if we replace that afternoon chocolate biscuit with a smoothie, or we get on the Vita-sol with the greens, then we're going to give ourselves that boost. And when we're not low in those nutrients, those food cravings can really diminish. That's what's exciting, because when you start to eat healthier and include healthier foods, you start to make healthier choices as well.
Because the cravings aren't there, and our self-control can't beat the cravings. Okay, you can't fool your cravings. You literally just need to delete them. Now we are going to go back to are we going back to the kitchen, Michael? But before we do that, I want to share something with you. Take a listen.
Suffering from dry skin, redness, pigmentation or acne? Maybe you experience breakouts, brittle nails and hair. Or like many others, you could be suffering premature aging. Introducing the Australian slow aging experts, who believe that good skin starts from within and great skin starts with Vita-sol. With highly concentrated organic whole food powders, Vita-sol practice honest nutrition, basing their products on results rather than trends and fads. They pride themselves on their pure, nutritionally dense formulas that are natural and organic. Australians spend a fortune on skincare to try and improve the texture and appearance of the skin. But what about the skin internally? With Openshop, our special duo of the Infinity and Purity whole food powders is the perfect combination in skin, liver and gut support. The Infinity powder is based on the cell support for healthy aging. It's a powerful blend of organic superfoods and a natural source of vitamins, minerals and traditional herbs to support healthy aging and protect against free radical damage. The Purity whole food powder is certified organic and is loaded with alkalizing greens and sprout blends. It contributes to the maintenance of normal liver function. It contains prebiotics, is vegan and gluten-free. This special duo will be sent to your home with express free delivery. And if it's your first order, enjoy 10% off. Plus, if you don't feel the benefits in the first 30 days, send it back. Shop with confidence with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Vita-sol, slow aging experts, creating the best in whole food powders, helping you look and feel fabulous from the inside out.
Absolutely amazing price on this duo pack. Pop that down, Zach. It is exclusive here on Openshop. We're back in the kitchen now. As you can see, he's eating that bliss ball mix, and we'll get into that in a moment. What Fiona and Carla were just saying about cravings and about sweets, I'm all about the balance, but I'm also all about the flavour, and I need to keep my chocolate included in my world. Without my chocolate, I'm not happy. But I know that if I include the Infinity powder with all of the other ingredients, and this is sugar-free, mind you, I did get this recipe off Fiona's website, I know that I'm getting the superfoods that are needed with the flavour of chocolate. So again, it's sugar-free and this is vegan, and I've got to say that if I didn't tell you and you were lucky enough to taste this, you would swear that this came from the cafe down the corner, because it is cherry ripe slice and it is absolutely divine. Absolutely divine. Okay, so this was fridge baked or fridge set, so to speak. And if we have a look at the ingredients, again, I got it off Fiona's, the website, the Vita-sol website. We've got a base of cashews. I put some rice malt syrup, some vanilla bean, and the Infinity powder went into look at that. The Infinity powder went into this beautiful cherry centre. Now that had coconut. It had coconut oil. It had some rice malt syrup. The thing that I'm intrigued with is the colour and the flavour. So we are, again, the stability of that superfood mixed with ingredients like, you know, craisins, cherries. Zach, you've got to try this. Look.
Yes, I'm salivating.
I don't normally boast about my food, but I can tell you that this is like cherry ripe and then some. Okay, I'm only going to give you a little bit because although it's comfort food, I've got to keep loads for the crew because everybody was oohing and ahhing over this before and I was bragging about it. How is it?
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it?
So good.
Isn't it, OMG?
Yeah,
it is absolutely divine.
It's better than a normal one.
It is better than the normal one. And to imagine that you're getting the goodness, you're getting minus the sugars, you're getting plus the 30 ingredients, you're able to sneak it into the dinner party, to sneak it into the lunch boxes. For me, I can have my sweet treat. I can have that goodness that I want and know that I'm doing my body some good. So for me, it's a win-win. It's health and yum, all rolled into one. Now let's have a look at a couple of other things that we've got going here, Zach. We've got some, well, we've got the Infinity over here.
So the red one's in this one?
It is, and we've got the green ones in here. Yes, and we've got the,
delicious.
we have, so what we're going to do here is get your little mixture and give it a bit of a squeeze together. Now these again are fridge set, so they're not cooked. And they are your bliss balls, or if you put protein powder in them, they become those protein balls. So again, sugar-free. This one does have some oats in it, but this one we've got, I popped some almond meal. So it is gluten-free and it's also dairy-free and it's sugar-free. Now, let's give them a bit of a roll into, I'm going to do the coconut there. You've got some cacao.
Right,
so this is Purity and this is Infinity. So you can see the greens mixed in there with those lighter colours. Again, it hasn't made it look like a super healthy, flavourless. It just looks like an ordinary ingredient, but it's not ordinary. It is superfood, it is power packed, and it is going to do you the world of good. Add it into your food. So time to get onto the phones and have a look at that deal. I mean, the deal is incredible. So here at ASM, we are getting that value. So normally each pack is $59 per pack.
Oh, look at that, Gabby.
So if you jump online, so $13.25.80 or openshop.com.au. The thing that I love about these also are they're in sealed containers, not those little snap lock bags. You know when you're cooking and you have the snap lock bag and you don't quite seal it properly and it stales or it dries out or it goes off. The seal is a sealed jar, so it's retaining its freshness. So I love that. Carla, what do you think about that?
I'm dying to have
try
some
the
of that cherry
Vita-sol,
ripe. Where the makeup girls were like, we were all salivating as Gabby was telling us about the cherry ripe, weren't we? We were just like, because I'm not a sweet tooth, but that, oh my gosh, that I would eat every single day. But let's move on to the Infinity, because remember, you're getting both the Purity and the Infinity, and you can mix them together. But let's talk about the Infinity on its own. Tell me a little bit about this gorgeous elixir.
Well, the Infinity, that was our first baby.
Oh, is
you
it?
like. Yes, our firstborn, and it's really designed to provide all of those wonderful nutrients, particularly the antioxidants, what we call the polyphenols. They're going to be feeding the cells, and actually, you know, this is the one that if you are concerned about aging, if you're concerned about getting older, you know, we're not talking about this, you have to be a certain age to take this. Think of all the people that are going out there, maybe having too many late nights, partying. This is when you need the Infinity. This is your cell support from, you know, free radical damage, pollution, too much processed food, too much partying, but also for people that are worried about aging, are worried about losing collagen, lines and wrinkles. This is going to be giving you that support. And you know what I love about this? It gives you so much energy. I have it every single morning, and if I don't have it, I notice it. It gives you that instant boost. You feel like you get this almost vitality from taking it. And we even have people that exercise, you know, athletes even, that like to take this as a pre-workout because it's got the beetroot in there, which also, you know, some people say that beetroot can actually help with stamina, you know, and endurance exercise.
I didn't know
so
that.
It gives you that boost of energy, and we have a lot of people that, you know, sometimes people don't like to take breakfast. There are people out there that love to have breakfast, and that's great. But for some people who can't stomach breakfast, this is a great option.
Well, I love to run, and I think the ladies and the gents at home know that. I will not run in the morning with food. This would be my go-to.
That would be perfect.
That
and
would
of course,
be great.
Too much exercise. We know that exercise is so important for us. It's important for gut health. It's important to help to slow aging. It's important for brain function and mood. But too much exercise, you know,
depletes us, right?
Exactly. It can deplete us, and we use up more nutrients because of the extra exercise. So it's, again, we're all about balance.
Yes. So let's talk about the ingredients, because what we just saw on the screen there is the New Zealand grape seed. Now, they don't just make fabulous wine in New Zealand with their grape seeds. You've also chosen to pop it in there. Why is that?
We have, and this is actually from the Sauvignon Blanc grape, did you know? Yes, and the organic New Zealand grape seed that we use is the purest quality. It's the most expensive grape seed that you can find. We have sourced it, and the most purest grape seed is from New Zealand. Now, grape seed extract is rich in what we call OPCs, so big long fancy word, proanthocyanidins, which means that they are really, really strong antioxidants, which we know antioxidants help to protect our cells from disease and damage. And this is part of the complex that we call Vitalamere, and this is going to actually help to support healthy aging.
Hold the phone, Fiona. Vitalamere. Now, we know that telomeres are in our body, and they shorten as we age. So you have a unique combination of ingredients, an exclusive trademarked blend of ingredients called Vitalamere. Tell me what it is and what it's there for.
Yes, well, there's a lot of buzz about telomeres because telomeres are like the little caps on the end of your shoelace. So you know those little plastic caps that sit on the end of the shoelace? When those caps fall off, we get fraying of the shoelace and the shoelace becomes useless and we have to get new shoelaces. Well, the telomeres are like the little caps that sit on the end of our DNA in effect, and they protect our DNA from damage. Now, when the DNA gets damaged, and that's from just aging, from living, from pollution, then what can happen is we get cell mutations, we get disease, premature aging. So some studies have shown that the longer the telomeres, the healthier we are. So we want to keep our telomeres as healthy as we can. So this formulation uses a unique combination of ingredients, one of them being this really pure, potent, organic rapeseed, because we know that the telomeres, you know, the nucleic acids in the DNA are really, really sensitive to free radical damage. So it's all about the antioxidants to protect those cells.
So, I mean, we have to literally take on the oxidization that's happening in our body daily.
Happening daily, just from living and breathing, it's happening.
So, this Vitelomere exclusive, trademarked, only found in Vita-sol. So on top of that, we have 18 other ingredients in here, all designed to help with aging. This is healthy aging. This lady is the expert in using nutrition to age gracefully, to slow our aging, and it really is quite an exciting time. We've almost gone full circle, haven't we, Fiona, to say, okay, let's go back and address what nature actually gave us.
And everything in our products is from nature. So I really want to stress the importance of that. We at Vita-sol do not believe in adding synthetic vitamins. You know, a lot of people want to eat what they like and then pop a synthetic vitamin pill, which is a high strength vitamin. But remember, that does not come with those plant compounds that are so necessary, or the prebiotics or the fibers. We need all those ingredients that we get from whole foods. So we're not about adding synthetic ingredients or synthetic additives. We're about getting your nutrition as naturally as we possibly can, and that's through whole foods.
And incredibly great value when you get 2 pots, 30 serves, so that's a whole month you've got in both of these for $89. And a lady who's probably could be my best friend, Nicole, because we're very similar. She loves a glass of wine and a bit of balance in her life. We spoke to her about this amazing product. Let's have a listen as to what she has to say.
I'm Nicole, I'm a busy mum of 2 young kids. I've been taking Vita-sol for about 6 months now. I had no idea that putting something inside my body could so positively affect the outside of my body. Taking a powder and getting better skin, it just hadn't occurred to me. The differences that I've felt since I've started taking Vita-sol Infinity are the clarity that I get. I'm not waking up sluggish and tired. I'm feeling cleaner on the inside. It's just, with the compliments I'm getting on my skin, that's also making me feel better. So it's mental, it's physical, and it's easy. And that was really important because I'm so time poor, having to run around after 2 little ones. And I'm setting a good example for them, showing them that taking something natural and healthy and organic, which is really important, is really easy to do. I highly recommend Vita-sol to all my friends. It's such an easy way to achieve great results and to feel healthy and do something good for yourself.
Now, we're all about that balance, and making things like homemade salad dressings are super simple, but by adding that ingredient, by adding that 1 spoonful of powder, we are simply boosting it to the next level of vitality, that next level. So when you're making a salad dressing next time, we've got some olive oil, we've got some apple cider vinegar, you can add in some mixed herbs or fresh herbs if you like, or even some sesame seeds, and then that very important teaspoon to a tablespoon of your ingredient is going to take it to that next level. It is simple, it is easy, and it is delicious. So by me doing that, I'm still serving the salad as I normally would. Everyone's going to eat it as they normally would, but it's going to be packed with this powerhouse of nutrition. So here we go, straight on top of the salad, or I can serve it in my lovely little salad dressing bowl, but here we go. Look at this. It is just oozing with colour. It's just dancing off the plate there, and the flavour is absolutely beautiful. Now, Zach,
have to try that.
You are pinching all my food today. Make the smoothie bowl. So Zach's going to make a smoothie bowl, and look, it could be that you're doing a smoothie to drink, but the smoothie bowls are what the teenagers love at the moment, and they're in every cafe around the traps. This is dragon fruit. Now, Zach, tell me what you're going to do.
Yeah, all right, guys. So, Gabby, I'm going to put some semi-frozen dragon fruit here. It was
frozen.
So I don't know about you guys, smoothies or smoothie bowls, or maybe you like juices, but this is like a thick juice, obviously. We've got some banana, some dragon fruit, some strawberry as well. And then, of course, the all-important infinity. So this is like, what I love about this is I'm busy. I didn't go out and shop for fruits and veggies like to get it delivered if I have time. But this is obviously just supercharging it, right? 18 superfoods just all in one. So you're going from like 4 or 5 ingredients to, you know, over 20. Oh, is that it?
There we go.
Right, if I can do this, guys, you can do this. So we give it a little blitz.
Do you need a little bit of liquid with that, or is it okay because it's
I think that's good.
starting to defrost? Okay,
it's
terrific.
Perfect. So let's see how we go.
When it's solid, I do tend to add a little bit of liquid, so you can add a soy milk or you can add a nut milk. Oh, that looks sensational.
Whoop.
There we go.
Check it out. You can't even see it, but it's enriched the colour there. Oh, right?
Beautiful colours,
here, guys.
I can't wait to try that.
Yum.
And my daughter pays about $15 for these down at the cafe. I'm always saying to her, your part-time job isn't for acai bowls or dragon fruit bowls. Let's dress that up and make it look sensational, but it looks divine. How does it taste?
Yum.
Fantastic.
Yum.
Now, Carla, for those people that are just tuning in at the back end of the show, tell us all about Vita-sol. Tell us what it's going to do to us, and tell us how easy it is to incorporate either into our food or into our daily routine.
I think this is a really big factor, is that a lot of us just don't know where to start, and we find it way too complicated to try and introduce all these foods. So this is where you have done all the hard work really for us with functional, intelligent, honest to goodness, authentic food. So tell me again, for those of you who have just tuned in, the Vita-sol family of products, the philosophy behind this brand.
It's all about natural whole foods, and as we know, the majority of Australians are not getting enough fruit and vegetables in the diet. So we've tried to make it easy by putting them in a powdered form so that you can take them every single day. And I do want to stress the importance of getting into a routine, taking the powders every day, whatever way you want to take them. So it might be in water, it might be in cooking, but make sure you get the 2 flat teaspoons a day to really boost the nutrient levels is so important. And you know, we've got green leafy vegetables, we've got sprouted ingredients, grapeseed, we've got cherries, kiwi fruit, broccoli. There is a whole host of wonderful nutritious ingredients. We've got the Jerusalem artichoke in there as well. There's even ginger, there's herbs, there's rosemary, all of the things that you would get in a normal healthy diet, but most of us are just too busy. And so to make sure you are getting that nutrition, Vita-sol is going to be your nutrition in a glass.
Yeah, and I guess too, what we want to know, and I'll ask on your behalf, everyone at home, is that, am I going to feel different? Is my life going to change? Because too many things promise me the world and don't deliver. And then, you know, what happens? We just stop because it didn't make any difference. So let's talk about the results.
Yes.
I'm going to make a commitment. All I'm going to do today is buy the Vita-sol Duo today because it is the best deal. It is exclusive to us here at Openshop. And you've got some fantastic offers at the moment. First purchase 10% off. You've of course got into the draw to win the car, and also you can use your Afterpay. But let's show me the money. What am I going to see? What sort of changes in my health should I expect?
Well, with the Duo Pack, what you're getting is you're really getting that double whammy, because you're getting liver and gut health. So we're taking care of gut support as well. And then we're getting that antioxidant support, so for aging, if you like. So mixing the two together, you're really going to see an increase in vitality, in energy. Think of the magnesium, all those wonderful minerals in there that we're feeding the cells of the body. Probably the most popular feedback that we get is the energy levels.
Yes.
That's what you tend to notice instantly. So that instead of going for the stimulants, like we said, you're going to be getting that instant energy boost. And then of course what people start to see, and it depends on everyone because everybody is different, as we've said, but digestion. So it might be that you notice better digestion or less bloating.
Yes.
We've even had people talk about bowel habits and how they've improved.
Well, look, I think that's a topic of conversation in most friends groups.
Yes.
We all have these issues. We all do. And don't forget, it's not just our skin that's aging. It's our entire body. It's our organs, our joints, everything. So when we are delivering these kind of nutrients to our entire body, it can only be good. It can only be good. And remember, we are encouraging a balance, a healthy balance. And just by picking up this kit today, you might just see a change for good in your health, and not just your health, but also the health of your family. Easy to order, $13.25.80, or hop onto our website, openshop.com.au. You can place your order very, very quickly. We deliver for free, express delivery. So I know that you want this now really fast, because I know I want to get it as well for you. I want it fast. We will ship it to you express.
And that order is nowhere else in Australia.
Is that right?
That offer, should I say? Nowhere else in Australia.
Because $59 and $59 on your website, right? Okay, so make sure you check out all of the recipes as well that you've got on your website. This is a great deal. It will not last. This is a month's supply. You might even want to buy a couple of kits at this price. Gabs, I feel like I need to sample that cherry ripe.
Cherry ripe, on the way.
It's just
cherry ripe
needs to happen.
This is not just cherry ripe.
Wow.
Look how fabulous.
Wow.
Isn't he clever?
Isn't he
It's not just a pretty face. And
that'd be $20 out there.
I will try.
Frightfully expensive. There's a little serviette there because it's
That
starting
looks
to look
delicious.
colour. You've got to try this as well. Oh, look at us trying to fight for our friends to have our food.
Yum.
Oh, now you've got to save some room for mine.
I bet you're the mum that says to your kids, I could make it for half of that.
Every day, every single day. But what I love is I know what's going in it. The nutrients are in the food. The fact that people are commenting, the fact that when you have this, you're going to say, Gab, give me the recipe. It's not just about the cherry ripe. It is about that infinity powder. And that is the ingredient that sets this apart. 18 superfoods in my dessert. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. How good is so good.
So
good.
Absolutely incredible. So, I mean, the base alone with the cashews and that vanilla bean and, you know, just absolutely beautiful. It's on.
Well, you guys did so well in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Fiona, thank you so much for being us for the launch of Vita-sol here at Openshop. We're so thrilled to have you here, and I can't wait to see what else you're going to bring us from your amazing
lots
range.
of exciting things to share.
Oh, I can't wait. Remember, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. I want you to try it. I want you to try it for yourself. Okay, for your family, but for yourself first. If it doesn't make any difference, if you don't feel any different, you don't get any energy, send it back. We won't ask any questions at all, but I'm sure you are going to be pleasantly surprised with how good and how well you can feel. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for having us, and thank you.
Thank you.